Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday night, the Prosperity and Health Alliance webinar, training for the leadership team. Great to have you on board. If you're checking it out live, let's see. We got people jumping on the line, and we got Alejandra, Cam, Christy, Glenda, Mariev, Jesse, Marilyn, Megan, Roger, Rashek, all the way from Mexico, Sandy, Sarah, Sean, whole bunch of other people. So great to have you on board, guys. We're going to cover a very important aspect of our business, which is the UConn tonight. So sit back. If questions come up throughout the presentation, save them to the very end, and I'll be happy to cover them. So let me just move a few things around, and we will get started. So this is going to be a product and business overview for 2017. Antonina did a fantastic product presentation, which you can find on our YouTube site, which is about an hour and a half, and she covers all the details of really the nutritional key aspects of the Turmeric UConn program. So we're going to do a really brief review on that and cover more so how it affects our day-to-day businesses and how it can be strategically used within it. So here's the key products that we have available to you in your business. Is the front and center is the K8, and then we have the SD501 Platinum, the SD501 White version. We have our Anaspa spa system, and then the Turmeric UConn product. So as we know, we've been in the business, we like to use and promote all three products. Here's the overview of the K8. Filters tap water, ionizes, which recharges the water, producing hydrogen-rich antioxidants. It's alkalized with superior hydration benefits. We make 7 different waters from a full range of 2.5 to 11.5 pH. It removes chemicals from our bodies, foods, and homes. Retails for 5,000 Canadian dollars, or you can roughly finance it from anywhere from $54 to $120, and that's all across North America. The Anaspa home system filters water, removes chlorine and harsh chemicals. There's magnets in the bottom of the base. The water moves over the magnets, becoming restructured and reduces the water molecule. There's therapeutic activating minerals inside. So it picks up a natural charge and has a more moisturizing, nourishing benefits. It's kind of like a relaxing hot spring effect in your very own shower or bath. They retail for $2,400, and you can also finance that monthly for somewhere in the neighborhood of $35 to $65, depending on which program you're looking at. And then what we're going to focus on tonight is the UConn DD, which is our turmeric supplement. 100% organic, the queen of all spices, it's known as. It's an antioxidant, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-carcinogenic, anti-mutationogenic. Anti-inflammatory properties is what it's probably best known for. In our product, we also put a wide range of minerals, vitamins, and oils. We have a patented capsule, which increases the absorbability to 98%. And it's extensively used in the pharmaceutical industry, which is turmeric. And we're going to get deeper into this, but this is just a little overview. And in Vancouver, the product will go for $760 plus your taxes. So in Vancouver, it's $851.20 for a 4-month supply. Or you can finance it for $351 down and 20 cents, and then 3 times $180 a month. And then there'll be a $15 shipping charge, which will be on top of your product wherever you are. So we have an international audience, so do check in with your local office, but in North America, the shipping rate is $15. So for the full health package, which many of our customers and business partners like to start with, you have the K8, the UConn, and the Anaspa, also sometimes known as the trifecta. And let's go out and dive deeper into the turmeric world with our UConn. Why turmeric? We have 5,600 peer-reviewed and published biomedical studies available on the internet and through scientific areas. There's 600 reasons why turmeric might be the most valuable, important herb in the world. That's also a direct link to those studies and papers. So there's been extensively studied in the last 40 years. By itself, there was a 5-year-long research project on this sacred plant, as many refer to it, has revealed over 600 potential preventative and therapeutic applications, as well as 175 distinct beneficial psychological effects. Right, fantastic. 600 reasons turmeric may be the world's most important herb. Here are some of the things that we've noticed that has come through these literature papers. Multi-drug resistant cancer, destroying multi-drug resistant cancer, destroying cancer stem cells, arguably the root of all cancer. So this is not my suggestion. This is directly related to the study of turmeric, protecting against radiation-induced damage, reducing unhealthy levels of inflammation, protecting against heavy metal toxicity, and preventing and reversing Alzheimer's disease and associated pathologies. When you check out Aunt Anita's webinar, she'll go deep into this, and also that PowerPoint is available with each one of these underlined bullet points here, which will take you directly to those sources so that you can do the research and get the direct links yourself. Curcumin versus medication. So one of the main properties within turmeric is the property of curcumin, anti-inflammatory drug. So in the 2004 study published in the journal found that curcumin as well as resveratrol were effective alternatives to many of these drugs that are commonly used in today's world. So it was exerting extremely beneficial anti-inflammatory and anti-proliferative activity against tumor cells. So once again, looking into PubMed.com, you could put into the search engine curcumin and find a ton of wonderful information to back this up. So turmeric, as we already went over, has these, essentially the bullet points here, and extensively studied and used in the pharmaceutical world. To jump in a little deeper, here's a lovely picture of it. So that bright yellow turmeric color, extensively used also in many Asian and Indian dishes as a daily supplement and preventative medicine. So we're going to introduce the Ucon package that you can get from your local Enagic office. I really want to explain why our turmeric product is so different from what else you're going to be finding in the marketplace, because a lot of people will ask, why is ours different? Why is it more expensive per se? So I want to give you a little bit of a background so you can really understand the true value of the product that we have to represent and present to others. So it's grown in Okinawa, which is considered by many to be one of the most prestigious and healthiest bioregions in the world. The soil cultivation and the soil levels there, because of ancient history on Earth, has really developed a very high, rich mineral content in the soil in general. So it's subtropical, high humidity, high temperatures, long durations of sun exposure. The soil is very fertile and it's well drained. The land, so it's good water supply due to coral islands and typhoons. And we have 107 contracted farmers in Okinawa that just work on our turmeric products. So Mr. Oshiro, when he decided to really invest in this program 10 years ago, really went forward and got this contract signed so that we can really guarantee the potency and also the full spectrum from the seeds being planted right to the end product being delivered to our customers. So here's some nice shots. The organic fertilizer made by Enagic. The factory provides a special fertilizer to farmers to increase product quality of Ucon. The fertilizer is called EM Bashi and is made by mixing special bacteria which accelerates the growth of plant, rain rice, and charcoal and fish meal. Just to put it in perspective, I have a hobby of growing things, and the Japanese have several fantastic products like this, which are bacteria that you can mix into soils and so forth. They kind of are leading the cutting edge of that soil and agricultural applications when it comes to that. So when I heard that Mr. Oshiro and Enagic has created their own fertilizer, which will be mixed into the soil, it really makes sense, and it allows us to see the quality of the soil, because it really starts, if you're going to grow a plant, the quality of the soil is really going to determine the therapeutic benefits that can be achieved from that growing process. So we've got that kind of taken care of with this enhanced fertilizer. Our Ucon product is the combination of both the spring and the fall turmeric. So the Ucon aka the fall turmeric, is more curcumin rich. This is where you're going to really get the anti-inflammatory and the therapeutic benefits. And then our spring or wild turmeric is going to be much more rich in the oils. So, which is important because the oils serves as a very important delivery for the turmeric to reach deeper into cells and into brain membrane. And it also protects the sensitive curcumin when you're encapsulated with an oil, which we'll get to in a moment explaining our packaging system. Here's the Ukon quality keys. 100% organic. So that you understand, in North America, because of very poor legislation when it comes to labeling of products, people do not actually have to label them correctly. So anything that's labeled in the States may or may not be accurate. Because our product is labeled outside the States and is brought in, we can guarantee that it is 100% organic. So if you're looking at other similar products in the marketplace that have been bottled in North America, there is no guarantee that actually what you'll be reading on the label is actually accurate. And that's just kind of known knowledge and quite unfortunate. So it would be nice to have a stronger, stringent labeling practices throughout North America. But until then, we're kind of on our own. We have superior soil and growing conditions, so where the plant comes from is at the highest tiers. We have a combination of the spring and autumn turmeric, so you have the oils and the curcumin therapeutic benefits mixed together. We have 2.5, which is our medical disinfectant water, to clean and sterilize all the turmeric on production, and the 11.5 to make sure it's clean. So we're able to do the 2.5 and 11.5 to really guarantee the cleanliness and the quality of the process before we actually will put this into our capsules. We have a patented capsule for increased absorbability. Now, we'll get a little deeper into this, but this is really going to be key to explaining to the marketplace why ours is different. And we have additional ingredients to really bring an enhanced health product. The main ingredients of Kangen Ukon: Spring Ukon contains the curcumin and many minerals, including calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, and selenium. The Autumn Ukon contains minerals and high amounts of curcumin. Curcumin works as the antioxidant to scavenge free radicals and can be damaging to cells and DNA. We also include olive oil, pearly oil, and flaxseed oil. Right? The oils help to protect the casing and also deliver rich content to feed the brain and the overall body, which are essential to overall health. We have tocopherol, which is a member of the vitamin E family. It is also often called the super vitamin E. So once again, massive antioxidant benefits. And we have the Spring Ukon oil, which contains a variety of essential oils: curcumin, turmeric, cinnamon, simmer oil, and a few others there, camphor, flavonoid. So once again, we're really seeing that combination, and we're seeing niacin promotes healthy skin and healthy liver flush. It also kind of stimulates the movement of circulation throughout the body. And then evening primrose oil, which helps maintain healthy cholesterol and blood sugars. So you can see it's much more than just a turmeric product, that it really becomes a multivitamin and oil, daily oil supplement. This is a picture that you can find in the catalog, which you can obtain from your local office and also found online. So this is a helpful description to be able to send to someone who's interested. So a wide range of vitamin Bs. So the vitamin Bs will also contain and give a person a little bit more energy through the experience of drinking it or taking the supplement. And then let's focus a little bit on the gel capsule itself. So it's a liquid form for easy absorbability. So what happens in today's supplement marketplace is a lot of times you'll find very hard condensed tablets. These tablets are essentially very inferior in absorbability. They're hard. Once they go through the digestive system, chances of absorbability is very low. Generally, most supplements that you'll find on the shelves, like in the neighborhood of 90%, will be oxidized before you even open the bottle because air has been exposed to them in the very sensitive production process of plants. So once the air starts to oxidize the therapeutic benefits, you can really end up with a very different product when you open the bottle from when it was actually packaged. With our patented capsules, we're able to put the liquid turmeric and the oils inside of this very hard but soft gel capsule. So we're able to guarantee that the potency is still there because it's not exposed to oxidation. So this is kind of a new technology. It improves the absorbability because it is more in liquid form. So if you've ever had the Ukon and bite into them, you'll get a very strong reaction to really seeing the potency of our product. The double Kangen power, Kangen water and Kangen Ukon. So I hope that kind of is a very brief overview of the benefits of the product side and the nutritional component. If you want to go deeper into that, or if you have any customers that really have a lot of information, questions, I would say send them to Antonita's full review of the product. This is more of a general overview for distributors so that you get the bullet points of and feel confident in being able to, give a small recommendation and a small overview of the product itself. So moving on to how it works inside your business, single payment method. So the price of the Ukon, which is a 4-month supply, is $760. So this will be pretty standard throughout all of Enagic, through all the offices, but do check your local office because there will obviously be different currencies. But in Canada and I believe in the United States, it will be $760 plus taxes. So the risk really depends on where you live. If you're a member of the Enagic 8-point program, which is the Membership Resort Pass program, more information can be found on enagic.com. This was introduced last year. So if you're a card member and you've purchased a membership, a yearly membership into that, the company will give you an $80, it's like a royalty discount. So instead of being $760, it's going to be $680 plus the taxes, which is wherever you depend. In addition, you can pick it up for free at the office, or there will be an additional $15 shipping charge added to that. So the Enagic payment system, if you prefer to pay it over on a monthly basis, this is how it works. The first payment is approximately $300 to $350. This is where your taxes, this is where the Enagic payment system also gets moved into it. So what I mean by that, by every month that you decide to finance it will cost you $10. So over the 4 months, that's going to be $40. That $40 gets paid in the first month's payment. The taxes for the full product gets paid in the first month's payment. So the first month will be considerably higher, and it will be different depending on the local tax area. So that's why I say it should be in the range of $300 to $350 if you're in North America. And then your next 3 payments will be $180 each, right? And once again, you have free pickup at the office, or it's a $15 shipping charge, which will be added on top of this, and that $15 will be paid in the first month payment, right? So the first month anywhere from $300 to $350, and then you have 3 months of $180, $180, $180. Here's some of the Ukon DD highlights. If you as a leader do not have Ukon DD, you're not getting paid for any Ukon sales in your organization. This is really important to understand, okay? So unless you're ordering Ukon, you're not going to receive the benefits of any commissions or any sales that happen in your downline from other people purchasing Ukon, right? Ukon may be a good way to enter the Enagic business with a $325 on average, $325 initial investment and $180 monthly payments, or $850 for every 4 months. What I mean by this is just giving people another point of entry into our business. If looking towards getting a water system is outside of their budget right now, a conversation could move towards being financed on the e-program and starting with the Ukon. So that would run them about $325 to get up and going. that conversation could be a really great entryway for somebody. Right? Commissions are based on Enagic's patented 8-point structure, so every point is worth $40, and this will be paid every 4 months. So there's a renewal process that happens in the commission structure as well. Wukon offers an additional business center. Whenever you purchase any product from the company, you have the opportunity to set up an additional ID with it. This can be either activated or not. So when you order Wukon, you have the potential to activate it as a business center. This can be very advantageous, as I will explain later, for building in multiple positions. Right? Wukon sign up counts as an activation, and every third sale will count as a unit sale. ID is issued with annual signups equaling 3. So what do we mean by this? So when you make your first sale, Wukon, it counts for a sale. When a person renews, it will also count for a sale. So over the course of 1 year, that could be 3 sales, right? And once you have 3 sales, once it's been done for a year, that position will be held as a solid position. I will explain that in a moment. So Wukon has the potential to be a strong residual income earner with being paid every 4 months. So you do want to encourage your business builders and customers to, it's a great combo, Kangen Water System and the Wukon. And there's the option for combination packages. So if you're like me and been ordering Wukon for several years, and I have a couple of accounts, there is now the availability that instead of ordering just the Wukon supplement, I can also order the Wukon tea, which will look like this, will come in packages. And Enagic has also brought out the Wukon soap, which is made from turmeric and also honey. Smells great and works awesome. So if you're interested in getting a combination pack, you can order full tea, full soap, or a combination of 1, 2, or 3 of the products all together. So do check in with your local office. If you're wanting to switch your renewal to something else, you'll have to let them know specifically which package you want to have. But that is now available. And a few of the Wukon highlights to continue. So the benefits of having the Wukon, initially when I first looked at this several years ago, I saw it as kind of an insurance on my business. And what I meant by that is I realized that, let's say if you don't have Wukon, whenever you make a direct sale, you're fully qualified and you get paid 100% of the commissions, right? If you don't make a direct sale for 90 days and someone in your downline makes a sale, instead of earning 100% of those commissions, because you haven't made a sale in 90 days, you are going to have the commissions be without the special point. So on a K8, full commissions is $340. The special point is $70. So instead of earning $340, you would earn a commission check of $270. Let's say you've got somebody in your business who's doing really well, right? They are being consistent and they make a sale every single month. Right? So on the first 3 months, you're getting paid $340, $340, $340. On the 4th month, you're going to get paid $270. Right? After 6 months of making no sales, the $270 gets cut in half, so you earn 50% of that commission. So now you're down to $135. So same example, a sale every month. The first 3 months, $340, $340, $340. The 4th month, $270. 5th month, $270, 6th month, $270. On the 7th month, $135. You will earn $135 from month 7 all the way to month 24. So that's 18 months. If you don't make a direct sale in the 2 years after 24 months, instead of earning commissions, you will earn 0. They'll remove 100% of the commissions. The incentive here is the company wants to keep people active in the program and making sales. So in reality, to keep fully qualified, you would want to make a direct sale every 3 months. So 4 sales a year, which is very realistic for somebody who's consistent in their efforts of growing this business part-time or full-time, right? Wukon came along and the company said, well, if you order Wukon, we're going to guarantee 100% qualification the entire time you are ordering the Wukon product. So I bought Ukon to qualify my position, so I never had to worry about this. But now I also had the advantage of having the Ukon as another business where I could promote Ukon sales and Ukon commissions, and I could use the Ukon as a business center. So it had a lot more advantages than just only being like a business insurance. Right? It allows you to build in two positions at once. Ukon renewals count for sales in two positions when the Ukon-centered place below. What I mean by that is if your Ukon is below another account, when it renews, it will count for a sale here and it will count for a sale above. And I'll show you the picture of that coming up next. Before we get there. If you cancel Ukon before 1 full year, all the sales are removed from your sales total and the ID position is lost. This is very important to be aware of and to inform your business partners. So if you were to buy the Ukon, you got a business center, excellent. And you're starting to earn commissions and sales volume from any activity that people were buying Ukon from. If you decide to renew it a second time, which means month 5 to month 8, you're still eligible, you're still earning commissions, wonderful. If you decide to cancel after 8 months and not renew it for the third term, your business ID that you've been using will disappear. It is not solidified. It is not a solid center. So it disappears, and any of your downline and any of your customers or your servers that were used as your being the sponsor will also be lost. So this is something we really want to be aware of. If you decide to build business underneath your Ukon, you must, at the very minimal, order for 1 year. What happens after 1 year? That center becomes solidified, solid, and it's treated like you bought a machine. So let's say you buy a Leveloop R. With taxes and so forth, it's going to cost you about $1,800, $1,900. The Ukon you buy for three times over a year, it's going to cost you about $2,000 plus in that range. So the company kind of suggests that will be on even par. So if someone buys a Leveloop R, the business center is solid indefinitely. If you buy 3 Ukons, the business center will then be treated as solid. Now, if you stop ordering Ukon, you're no longer eligible for the commissions and the sales volume from people ordering Ukon in your downline because you're not active on the program. So I think sometimes there's a little bit of a confusion. People feel like, hey, all I have to do is order Ukon for 12 months and then I can stop and I'll still get paid commissions and still earn sales on any Ukon activity that happens in my downline. That is not correct. You need to be live and participating by ordering Ukon monthly in order to receive sales volume and sales commissions from any Ukon sales that happens in your downline. Right? I hope that really makes a lot of sense. And 6A qualification. Whenever you're moving towards 6A, you can only have a maximum of 30% of your overall sales volume be Ukon in order to qualify for the incentive. I believe the company will you can still be a 6A, but you will not be eligible for the incentive unless you have a 30% ratio. So that's something to look for. So there's a lot of people that have built big, high volumes of Ukon, but that's not going to be eligible for 6A. To be really clear, I think I want to reword what I said. You can only become a 6A when you have 30% or less of your overall 101 sales being Ukon. If it is above that, the company will not make you 6A. So you have to watch that ratio. What essentially is suggesting, we really want to be promoting the water systems, right? This is what we're best known for, and the Ukon is a secondary business opportunity within it. So moving forward, Ukon commissions, there's 8 points paid out, $40 each, so on every 4-month supply that is purchased, $320 will be paid out in commissions. Enagic will pay commission checks when your total Ukon commission volume is above 200 or above. In the past, they've been paid out anytime there was a $40, an $80, a $120, a $160. That's no longer going to happen. What the company is going to do is they're going to save the checks at the office until it equals a total of 200 or above, and then one check will be sent out. The company was finding there was a lot of redundancy happening. So that's just so you know. So when you sign a person up and they come in with the full health package with all three of our products, in the past we've been able to quote, hey, you're going to get $40 back right away. That's not going to be the case anymore. That's going to be held in the office until a maximum of 200, and then that's going to be sent out. So please let people know, because I'm sure people will be expecting smaller commission checks to come in the mail, and they won't be. Here's how the Kangen 8-point system looks. So it works like our 8 points with our sales of all other units, and you can build in depth. And might as well enjoy a little Ukon tea while we talk Ukon action. If you're sitting at home, maybe you should grab some yourself. Moving forward, we're going to talk a little bit more about the strategy of how to implement the business centers into your program. So coming in with a trifecta, your ANISPA is in the top position, your Ukon are K8 or SD501. So this is your first day in business getting started. From here, we encourage you to make sales under your Ukon position, because what happens is the Ukon is attached to your top position. So it's automatically qualifying it anytime any sales are made. So you don't have to worry about the special point being missing after 90 days or not making a sale every 3 months. So because the Ukon is attached to the top position, you're fully qualified there. And you're able to now earn 2 points of commission right away. So you can see all of the 1A, 1A, and 2A, the sales that happen underneath the Ukon. You're earning 1 point in the Ukon and 1 point in the top position. But on your 2A sale, you actually bump up to 3 points. So there's a video on my YouTube site that walks you through kind of the return on investment and how all this works. So this is just that I think is really effective. It's about a 6 or 7 minute video. So here's just kind of a brief overview of that. Big thinkers, we're always moving towards not getting to 6A, but 6A2. And when you have the right goal in mind from the beginning of the project, you're able to make decisions that will get you there versus getting sidetracked or losing valuable time, energy, and money along the way, making decisions that don't align with this larger goal. So be thinking 6A2. Here's the business structure that we are promoting moving towards, right? 6A2-3. So in the top position, when you become a 6A, you earn a $3,000 bonus. When you become a 6A2, the company will give you a $6,000 bonus. When you become a 6A2-2, you get a $12,000 bonus. And I should point out, when you become a 6A2, you start to earn monthly team bonuses, monthly and quarterly leadership bonuses, which start to add a very nice additional income to your overall business. So in the beginning, you're really looking at directs and indirects and educational bonuses for your business. But once you get to 6A2, you start to get paid in 3 additional ways. So that's why it's so important to be thinking how to get there right off the bat. And if you do it right, you can get there in about 200 to 225 sales. Becoming a 6A2-3 is a $25,000 bonus and a minimum of $5,000 a month. This has 4 qualification factors that you need to adhere to, but that will be a different explanation. So this can be done in 1,000 to 1,500 sales. I put these stars on as a way to tell the difference between a system and an Ukon. So whenever you get involved at the beginning, your blue one will be your ANISPA, and then the red one will be your Ukon. So these stars all indicate that you can have multiple positions, and they could be all my own positions. So instead of looking for 15 separate 6As, you can actually have yourself become a 6A several times over in your business by using the Ukon strategy and multiple machines to build multiple positions. So The 6A2 with the red star is an UConn position, right? So in my video, which you'll find, we encourage people to build under the first red star until you get to about 20 or 50 sales, at which point you probably have identified 1 or 2 business builders that are going to keep moving forward. They've got a little bit of their own momentum. That's where you could go and open up a second leg, which in this case would be the second blue star on the second level. And I would recommend immediately purchasing UConn, which would be the second red star on the third level. And this is where you're going to be focusing your signing up new people and so forth, right? So you can see this is actually 2 businesses with 2 UConn accounts attached to them. So the blue stars are fully qualified the entire time. All 4 positions are earning commissions on UConn and sales volume. So if there is a sale that happens in the bottom, both the UConn position, let's say someone buys an UConn below in the bottom of your business, the UConn position will earn sales volume and also commissions, and the machine position will earn sales volume and sales commission. So it's very strategic to work these 2 centers together, a machine and an UConn, and the UConn being underneath, okay? The health, wealth, and happiness. So I hope that has been helpful to you guys watching either live or in the recorded webinar in the future to explain a little bit more about the product, the ins and outs of the ordering and the price, and also how to utilize it inside your business. I know for a lot of you there'll be redundancy, but there'll be some nuances in there that I hope will be effective and just kind of fill out the bigger picture of what we have to offer and how the UConn can be a really great tie-in to your existing Kangen Water business. So at this point, I would like to ask all our attendees if there are any questions. You've got the option to open up and put in questions on the side. So let's jump in here and see what we have. Or she's got a question, great. Are we being asked for proof that our UConn is free of radioactivity? Any updated document on this? The last document I have is dated 2011, which is very outdated. A great question, Orshi, because it will come up, obviously. People will have concerns about radiation exposure that is happening in Fukushima and how that will affect. So my understanding is that the company does yearly testing on this. The document that they released 2011 was directly after the incident. I don't know if they have continued to release updated information, but I've been told that they do yearly testing. And my understanding is that most of Japan in different ways is doing regular testing on this. But here's kind of one of the conditions that we need to think about is the radiation exposure, I feel, is the wind is blowing in the wrong direction. It's not blowing towards Okinawa, it's blowing into the Pacific because they have the way the oceans and stuff are set up there, that the drift is actually happening, moving away. So there is no specific documentation that I know of for Enagic. For me, it's not personally a concern. Because of where the Okinawa is and where the Fukushima is and the way the trades and oceans and all that stuff move. I have a feeling that we're getting kind of slammed with quite a bit of exposure here on the West Coast, and we're not getting accurate information around it. So that can be shared. So it probably doesn't answer, not quite the answer you're looking for, which is a definite yes, here's the documentation. So thank you for that. Here's a question from Robin. Just having attended a 6A meeting in Torrance, my understanding was that over 30% UConn would still become a 6A, but you wouldn't receive a full 3,000 bonus. Please verify when you have a chance. Love you guys. So yeah, Robin, when I said that, in my mind I was just like, oh, am I making the right saying here? And I actually think, thank you for your clarification too. So if you become a 6A, so you go to the office tomorrow, it's your 101st sale, you make the sale, and it's in your 6A position, you're awesome. If you have 50 UConns and 51 machine sales, you will be a 6A, but you will not receive the incentive bonus, which is $3,000. In order to receive that incentive, you actually need to make 10 sales in 1 month to be eligible, but the other eligibility is this ratio of like, does your overall 101 sales have less than 30%? So yes, you will not receive it. Here's what happens if you have a ratio of 30 and 71 and you make the sale and you've got 10 sales in a month. The company will give you $1,000 bonus, and they will hold the other 2,000 to make sure that the UConns will renew and not cancel. So let me explain that a little bit deeper. So let's say the 10 sales that you made in your final month to get the incentive. If 5 of them, if 3 of them were UConn and the rest were machine sales, okay, it's an SD501. There is the potential that those 3 UConns would not renew in 4 months. So technically they wouldn't actually count for sales. So the company realizes, oh, you would not have achieved the incentive. If that's the case, they'll look at your numbers and say, oh, we're going to give you $1,000 bonus and you get the other $2,000 bonus when these 3 UConns that you signed up this month renew in the future. If they don't renew, then you don't get the $2,000 bonus. Another example. It's your 6A month, you make 11 K8 sales and you've got 30 UConns and 71 K8 sales in your overall business. You will receive a $3,000 bonus in full at that moment, right? So there's kind of a few different scenarios unfolding. I know I've got some senior distributors on the line. If you guys want to confirm that that's how you understand it and that my explanation of it was clear enough, or else I can kind of go over it again. Mary-Eve has a question. Just to confirm, the 3 to 6 plus the 24 months limits of sales only applies at the start of a new business, right? Just to confirm that the 3 to 6 to 24 month limits on sales only applies at the start of a new business, right? No, they don't. It's always happening. So, oh, yes, I understand your question. Yes, when you make a direct sale, that clock resets to 0. And it's happening again. So if you haven't made a sale in 14 months and all of a sudden you make a direct sale, it automatically resets that 2-year clock back to 0. I think that's the question, and I think that's the right answer for you. So Mary-Eve, does that make sense? Robin confirms that I think we're in agreement for what the idea of the $3,000 bonus for going 6A and that 30 to 70 ratio. Let's see, any other questions, guys? Okay, Mary-Eve, to qualify for 100%. Yeah, to qualify for 100%, make a direct sale, and then it resets the clock, right? Here's from Sean. So, Creel, it is 70% machine sales, 30% UConn to get the full bonus, since 50% didn't work. Correct. Yes, to get the full bonus, they are looking for the ratio, no more than 30 UConns in your 101 total. And that came out about a year ago. So great way to check that, and especially if you've got other people in your team moving towards 6A, you want to get the printed genealogy out from the office, and you want to go from 1 to 100 and count, has there been any cancellations? Is there any renewals coming up? Because sometimes you'll count a sale, like 2 sales that have happened, but you realize, oh, there's a renew going to come up the month I'm going for my bonus. So you want to make sure, either contacting that person that they're going to renew, or if for a reason that they weren't going to renew, which happened to me once, I actually renewed it for them so that I would have those 3 sales rather than losing those, because it was an incentive month and it was more advantageous. So you want to kind of look into that and keep your eyes out and help your new people out. Would 60 machines at 40 UConns qualify you for the $3,000 bonus? No. It's a 30% rule, right? Had to ask. I completely understand. There's been a few of our friends that have, been just over that 30%, and it's kind of devastating news. So it's really good to understand this. Any other questions, guys? How are we doing for time? 6:45. We've been on here for 45 minutes. If you want to ask further questions, maybe outside of UConn, I'm welcome. That's welcome. Mary, okay, every new sale that is made, we must make a sale within 3 months for the 100% commissions in the future. Correct. To clarify, it has to be sales in your downline. So for a person who's just, treating this business as a hobby, and they don't even have business builders or people in their downline, they don't have to worry about it. Anytime they make a direct sale, they make full commissions. So it's very straightforward for somebody in that position, right? For somebody who is building a business, and this will more likely be part-time, right? That they've got somebody in their business that is maybe making sales once in a while, you've got a few people like that. You're going to only receive 100% commissions for 90 days, and then for that 4 months to 6 months, you lose the special point. And then from the 7 months to 24 months, you half the commissions. And then after 24 months, which is 2 years, you would earn 0% of any indirect sales coming from your downline. The moment you make a direct sale, you come back to full engagement and 100% commissions, and that clock resets. Good point to know. And if you've got multiple accounts and you're deciding not to do UConn in different places for different reasons, you want to keep a count on what's happening there. Losing the special point can be okay, but when it gets to that 50% range, it's actually more than 50% because you've lost the special point, and then you're losing 50% of what was left. So you're really losing more like 2/3 the commission. So you want to make sure every 6 months you're definitely making a sale in that position. I hope that is a helpful explanation. Thanks, Mary-Eve. Last call for questions to be put in, everybody. Well, in that case, I want to thank you all for your attendance and for participating and supporting. We'll be back here next Monday night. I think Wade's going to do a special show all the way from Bali, Indonesia. We really appreciate all your efforts. Do look for the PH Alliance blast out emails. And as always, please direct any distributors or people looking for more information to our main website, and they can sign up for our training system. So wishing you all a wonderful evening. Enjoy your UConn tea and your fine UConn in the morning, and wishing you the greatest health, wealth, and happiness. Bye now. Thank you so much, Kim, also in the background, as always, for your support.